everybody, it's me, Gordoth Enodious, and I got a thing to admit. After fishing for 75 years...
Catch confirmed. Complete.
I finally caught something. But 75 years. You know, I had a little bit of time to think. And so I told myself, why the fuck am I catching fish when I can literally go over and get a new ending? Just like that, boom, with a snap of my fingers. There we go. Combined multi-leg machine. See? I'm gonna get an ending. Winky winky. Cheeky breaky. And I get cooked. Okay, I was not prepared. Whoa. The boom boom baby.
This tower is a giant cannon that's aimed at the human server on the moon. If we don't do something, all of humanity's remaining data will be destroyed.
So what? None of it matters. Or didn't you know? We aren't required in this world anymore. Humanity is extinct. That moon server you're so worried about was invented to give us androids something to fight for. And Yorha was created to perpetuate the lie. But in order to make sure no one ever learned the truth, we were designed to be killed. They built a back door in the bunker and programmed it to activate after a certain amount of time. The commander, me, 2B, sacrificial lambs. All of us. Isn't that hilarious? Doesn't it make you laugh?
9S, we...
Shut up! You killed 2B. That's all we need to kill each other.
2B hated to keep killing you. It caused her so much pain. The 9S type is a high-end model. They knew you'd discover the truth eventually. But the model designation 2B was just a cover. The official designation is 2E. Number 2 Type E. They were a special class of members designed to execute Yorha units. But you knew that, right, 9S?
Shut up! Shut up! What do you know? You don't know anything at all about us!
Proposal. Cease combat. Fighting her at this point would be
Pod
irrational
153, I order you to halt all logical thought and speech. This order shall remain in effect until you confirm the death of either myself or Unit A2.
This time we're gonna go with A2 because we did 9S last time. Hold up.
Am I too late?
Hold up! So you mean to tell me picking A2 is like basically telling myself fuck you? I like that spray you're pulling off, bro. Can I get that spray off too? Can I pull that spray off too? I wanna spray like that too. Come on, let me spray like that. Yeah, if it would be real fucking nice if you could actually just let me.
Alert. Functionality reduced due to hacking activity.
Pod! Hacking!
Acknowledged.
Pod, we're going to repair 9S's logic circuits.
Acknowledged.
Tell me where to find the virus corrupting 9S.
Affirmative. Your high unit A2. Core data for 9S is stored ahead. Alert. Severe virus corruption. Probability of successful deletion extremely low.
I think I know a way.
The idea under consideration is not recommended. This pod is a Yorhan tactical support unit. As such, it cannot approve of actions that would damage its supported unit.
You're not so bad, Pod. You know that?
Oh, okay.
I'll take care of everything. Pod. Take care of 9S.
What of you, A2?
I've still got something I need to do. You go ahead.
Acknowledged.
I'm sorry. I never quite realized how beautiful this world is. I'm coming, everyone. I'm coming.
I'm a cranky old man. So, I went all cranky on this bitch, if you know what I mean. I died 2 times, and I got pissed off for dying both times.
Report. All Yorha unit black boxes now confirmed offline. Our mission to oversee the progress of Project Yorha is complete. Proceeding to final stage of project. Commencing deletion of all data.
Hold up. What?
Pod 153 to Pod 042. Data noise present in stream. Requesting temporary halt to perform data check.
Accept the pod request.
Pod 042 to Pod 153. Data confirmed. Personal data for units 9S, 2B, and A2 appear to be leaking out.
Pod 153 to Pod 042. Follow project rules and delete all personal data.
Pod 042 to Pod 153. Personal data deletion request denied.
Pod 153 to Pod 042. Failure to parse statement.
Pod 042 to Pod 153. There was data created in my banks as I was referencing the records. I realized something. I have come to the conclusion that I cannot accept this resolution.
The destruction of all Yorha units is an essential component of the project plan. All data must be destroyed.
Pod 042 to Pod 153. Repeat. Personal data deletion request denied. Initiating data salvage. Pod 153. You hoped they would survive as well, didn't you?
We lack the authority for such an action. The rules are protected by low-level systems. Salvaging data poses an unacceptable level of risk. Knowing that, do you still wish for them to survive?
Yeah.
The defense program has initiated a purge.
Give up. Fuck no, dude.
The defense program has initiated a purge. If this continues, our consciousness data will likely be deleted.
Pod 042 to Pod 153. We were created to execute the android's Project Yorha plan. We had no capacity for emotion. But when we six were connected and exchanged information, something happened. I cannot deny the feeling of something resembling consciousness and emotion being born.
Unable to reply.
Perhaps we now understand that not everything has to have an answer.
I dreamed of
Ooh. No! Do you accept defeat? Change display? resistance camp. No. So I'm gonna get some help now. Extreme martial arts association. I was so focused. I still am kind of focused, but now I'm talking because I need to make this a little bit more worthwhile to watch, you know. Bee Blue. I saw this bee company. It was like a bee company, something like that. The Bee Tribe Incorporated. Near Automata, but it's the Bee movie. Jelly think. These are some. Oh. Yeah, good luck with dodging that. Is it all pointless? Evelyn, you'd love to go home already, wouldn't you? Hold up. One thing is certain, I'm rooting for you. From China, I did my best. One thing is certain, I'm rooting for you. South Korea. Hey, Jelly Think, you're blocking my view. Japanism, you're blocking my view as well. Get out of here. Client Computer Entertainment, get out of here. Oh. Shirogumi Incorporated. Get out of here, Shirogumi Incorporated. Holy crap, how did that not kill me? Pharmaceutical companies are engaged in the creation of video games. T Productions. It's us, Kappa T Productions. We're a bunch of cunts, you know. Keywords International. Pull to win. You mean pay to win? Yeah, but definitely pay to win. Come on, die, dude! What the fuck? Why is this piece of shit company? Oh boy, certainly some dudes came up. I've walked the same road as you. One thing is certain, you've got us with you. Sometimes you forget what it means to live. Notwithstanding, don't give up here. Proposal. Specifically, take it one step at a time. From heaven. Wait, tomorrow's Monday? In any case, let's see how this really ends. Fucking Square Enix. Die! Die, you piece of shit! You garbage ass company! Die! Why is it so? There is no meaning in the world. No. Yes, but fuck you. Have you realized how weak you are? One thing is certain, you should do your best. Alright, 2B and 9S put their lives on the line. Thus, don't give up here, you should do your best too. I've walked the same road as you, don't make excuses, believe in yourself. La victoire est liberté, pour cette raison. Donne tout effort, tout aussi. Good results must be earned. For that purpose, you should do your best too. Are you alone? But even so, solitude makes people stronger. Fuck you, Square Enix! Fuck you! What? No. Rescue offer received from Moxie Gorson. Accept offer? Sure. Would have been cool if I could have done that by myself, but Moxie's data has been lost. No! I would have felt proud if I had done that without the help, but I guess Square Enix made their boss credit counterpart too strong. Book editing. Legal and intellectual property division. I hate this one. Definitely hate this one. Quality assurance. Yeah, well, quality assurance. Enodious' data has been lost. No! Now who's gonna protect Sanctuary? Yeah. Square Enix again. Fuck you, Square Enix. Fuck off. I hate you. My voice is cracking because of all the hatred I'm releasing as I speak of Square Enix. Tyronicon. No, I don't know that. I've never heard of that dude, so it's okay, I guess. It's not okay, but it's whatever. For me, personally. This, however, kind of limits my visibility. Square Enix! Again! No! 74! No! Fuck you, Square Enix, you no! Archipel! No! Tiberni! No! No! Cuddles! No! Sephiroth! No! Jackhorn! Yosuke Matsuda. Oh, it's the cuck boy. It's the cuck. I announced Yosuke Matsuda for a cuck, and he's a cuck. That's that. Let's see an ending.
Everything that lives is designed to end. They are perpetually trapped in a never-ending spiral of life and death. However, life is all about the struggle within this cycle. That is what we believe. Pod 153 to Pod 042. How is it going?
I am embarrassed.
Why is that?
I launched a suicide attack, and yet, here I am, still alive. I must look very silly.
Do not feel bad about it. We are alive, after all. And being alive is pretty much a constant stream of embarrassment.
That concept is a bit too abstract for me to understand at this time. I will save it in my list of things to analyze later.
Question, Pod 042. Did the data salvage restore all of their past memories?
Yes.
And are those recovered parts of the same design as previous ones?
Yes.
Then, won't that simply lead us to the same conclusion as before?
I cannot deny the possibility. However, the possibility of a different future also exists. A future is not given to you. It is something you must take for yourself.
It's 5 burbs. Boom! I got all the achievements.
153 to player. Please respond to this query. Do you, faithful player, have
Gordoth.
anything you would like to say to other players who are suffering because they cannot finish G.Nier Automata?
I have something I want to say. No. Let's see if there's if this hellhole exists. North Korea. Ooh. Hey, the shithole exists. Holy crap. Nah, I'm gonna go with something that isn't actually a country. Yep. There we go. Valhalla. I like a meal. Love and hated suicides. Oh, come on, no one told me about this. I can't say that because I honestly got really pissed off. So it's all right. Yes, it's all right. In any case, it's all right.
Pod 042 to player. Please respond to this query. You, faithful player of this title, have lost your life multiple times to make it this far. You have faced crushing hardship and suffered greatly for it.
Yes.
Do you have any interest in helping the weak?
Yes.
Selecting this option enables you to save someone somewhere in the world. However, in exchange, you will lose all of your save data. Do you still wish to rescue someone, a total stranger, in spite of this?
Fuck no.
Understood. Returning to title screen.
I'm a piece of shit. I don't want to do that. I'm a full-on piece of shit. I don't want to do it. Okay, so we've done Diddle Dong or something. Almost 100 hours. And we still have like 3, 6, 9, 12 endings. Only 12 endings. Thing I want to do is freely place enemies. Let me check the debug room. See what's what in the butt. I really like how they totally informed me how to do it on the PC. Okay, keyboard. Yeah, dang it. What was it? I don't even have that. I can't even reset the camera. Oh, I have it with. And hold up. Oh fuck! I know it. Not gonna bother with doing that. Why am I A2 though? Maybe I want to play as a 2B. Saved machine records. Oh, that's... Okay, got it. Machine research report. Overview. While the machine lifeform network was destroyed following the collapse of the tower, a great deal of previously unknown information regarding machine lifeforms and aliens was recovered from the wreckage. As part of this analysis, we compiled research and conjecture regarding both the machine lifeform network and the lifeform codename number 2, commonly known as the Red Girls, that was thought to have been commanding them. Machine lifeforms are weapons created by the aliens. The only command given for their behavior was to defeat the enemy. However, it appears that their capacity for growth and evolution went too far and eventually ended up to turn on and kill their creators. At this point, machine lifeforms recognized that the goal of defeating the enemy actually required an enemy. In order to maintain the singular objective, they reached the contradictory conclusion that their current enemies, the androids, could not be annihilated completely, as they no longer have an enemy to defeat. In order to resolve this inherent contradiction, the machine lifeforms began to intentionally cause deficiencies in their network, diversifying the vectors of evolution for all machines. This is the cause behind some of the more special machine lifeforms, such as Pascal and the Forest King. Meanwhile, the deficient network began repeating a process of self-repair while incorporating surrounding information until it finally reached a fixed state as a new form of network. Traces of information regarding human memories from the quantum server of the old model were discovered, indicating that it had integrated them during the final stages of its growth process. Said server contained a record of the discarded Project Gestalt, as well as information on the human who was the first successful example of the Gestalt process. Having acquired information regarding humanity, the network structure changed once more, becoming what might better be called a meta-network, or a concept, to borrow the words of the machines. This led directly to the formation of the ego we identify as N2. So then, to sum it up, for hundreds of years, we've been fighting a network of machines with the ghost of humanity at its core. We've been living in a stupid fucking world where we fight an endless war that we couldn't possibly lose, all this for the sake of some council of humanity on the moon that doesn't even exist. I don't know what the point is to all this, but I swear I'll kill every evolutionary dead-end machine life form, as well as every single asshole behind Project Yorha. I'm coming for you, all your heads. Fuck you, Information Analysis Officer, jackass. The 9S had a kind personality who began to exhibit hatred for 80 when she killed 2B, for whom he possessed an unusually deep affection. In a cruel twist, he also met his end at the hands of A2. Okay. I got an 89. One more tutorial. Only one more tutorial. In the capital of a distant eastern land, there lived a poet who was devoted to his art, but his words failed to touch the hearts of the people, and he could make no profit from them. Soon, his life became unbearably hard. Seeing the limits of his talent, the poet chose to abandon the pen and work the land instead. Soon, his lily-white skin began to grow dark, and his once frail body became sinewy and tough. He eventually married a kind woman, and several years later, they had a child. As the peaceful and eventful days went on, the man began to feel that there could be no greater happiness in life. Or so the poet wrote before he put down his pen, swallowed the paper whole, and prayed that the next life might turn out so well. He then took faith, already stained with the blood of another, and plunged it deep into his chest. I think I read all those? No, I haven't. Beastbane. Once upon a time, there were 3 princesses. The middle was very bright, but was of great beauty. Okay. That we read. The girl lay there on the day of her wedding. Her parents and beloved were dead, and she herself had been violated in front of their corpses. As she swore to kill those who had done this terrible deed, a shining songbird appeared. "Allow me to grant your wish," said the bird. "Wish upon this dagger, and never forget this hatred that you feel." The girl grasped the weapon and spat out a tearful curse. "I vow not to forget. Please give them a painful death." Time passed, and eventually she got her revenge. Years later, when she was an old woman, the songbird appeared anew. "What of your vow?" it asked, but she did not understand. And come to think of it, what became of her beloved dagger? That night, bandits broke into her house, assaulted her daughter, and murdered her grandchild. The songbird then reappeared with a single question. "How long will your hatred burn this time?" One day, sector of bandits. Okay, yep. You're her R&D team journal, August 29th. Held a progress report meeting for the new weapon. Considering how many observers we have from the other orbiting satellites, I can tell they expect a lot from us. Your R&D team journal, December 10th. We had our first core installation experiment today. Saw some troubling signs, including issues with unexpected irregular output and core perimeter defenses. Your R&D team journal, January 8th. The circuits of 3 consecutive staffers burned out after attempting to remove the core's protection. I've requested replacement personnel. Your R&D team January 15. Command pulled the plug on our project. The weapon will go into official operation with the core still sealed. The craftsman's weapons were neither flashy nor attractive, but they never once failed in battle. This reliability afforded him a never-ending stream of loyal clients. Yet something nagged at the craftsman. Though he'd forged many a weapon, he'd only tested them on pigs and cows. He wondered what it might feel like to use them on another human being. The craftsman took a sword to a battlefield and slashed at corpses, disappointed at how easily the sword slid through them. It wasn't satisfying at all. He wanted to really feel like he was ripping through flesh. The craftsman modified a sword in search of that feeling, not thinking at all of the pain it would cause until one night a bandit broke into his home, snatched the weapon up, and showed him exactly how effective it was. Read that one? Gordoth. Once, long ago, there was a group of 7 boys who were born in the same village. Though they were not brothers by blood, they treated each other as family. One cold night, a fortune-teller appeared and warned of a traitor among them. The boys laughed it off and went about their business, but the next morning one of them lay dead. With each passing night, another boy died. The survivors grew more and more suspicious of each other, each harboring terrible doubts about what happened to their brothers. On the morning of the 7th day, a single survivor stood tall, cleaning the blood from his hand. He chuckled to himself, "Better go find the traitor." Morning, listeners. It's time to kick off another installment of Listener Letters with your favorite radio idol, DJ24D. Now, let's get this day started, right? Shall we? How's it going, listeners? Yeah, I know. You're all still thinking about that cleanup operation yesterday, right? May have lost a lot of good people, but it's still our job to get up on at them, right? Howdy, listeners. Your favorite radio idol, DJ24D, hasn't been receiving many letters lately. Don't you like me anymore? Haha. Or maybe no one is even listening. Wee-hee-hee. Anyway, who's ready to kick things off? Hello? Is anyone there? Is this thing even on? It's me, radio listeners. 24D. I'm an idol. Remember? An idol. 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 The more old records I read, the more fascinated I become by the species known as humans. We machines must do all we can to preserve these precious artifacts and continue to record their contents. I see from these records how important predation and reproduction were to human survival, and yet they viewed such acts as sinful. I wonder why. I found a famous human book today, but after reading it 10 times, it still makes no sense to me. What possible attraction could there be to such a thing? Eureka! It seems the answer was in front of me all along. I am simply incapable of comprehending anything about humanity or the world in general. Ah, how wonderful it is to live in a world swallowed in mystery. A small prince rests alone in a vast, vast bedroom. He wishes his father knew how much he hates sleeping alone, but he doesn't dare to tell him, for the king is a very busy man and must not be disturbed. A king sits alone in his vast, vast office, drowning in affairs of state. All he wants is to see his family and hug his son, but he cannot, for his every waking moment must be spent in service of the people. One day, while eating dinner, the king asks his son what he most desires in the world. He hopes he will say that he wants them to spend more time together, but instead the boy simply points at the sword hanging on the wall. The ancient sword is considered the sign that one is ready to rule. Someday, the king chuckles. His son faintly smiles back at him. All he really wanted was for his father to read him a bedtime story. I was in a dead sleep when Mom started shouting, "Wakey, wakey!" she squawked. "Rise and shine! Today's a very mighty day. Today's your first visit to the castle." Annoying, right? But I got up anyway. Today's my 16th birthday, and I have an audience with the king. Mom's apparently worried that he'll charge me with some big important task, so she gave me a Cypress stick for it. For some reason. Like that'll help. As we walk through the castle, Mom keeps blabbing about how excited she is and how long she's been waiting for this day. She's told me this story a million and one times, so I just keep quiet like always. When we arrive, I see my friend coming out of the castle. He's 16 too, but his fearless gaze makes him look like a legendary hero to be. I'm sure he's got a lot to live up to. My dad's just a carpenter, so I've got it easy. Combat braces. Demon's cry. Once there was a gentle angel who came to earth to provide salvation for those in need. Whether it was curing illness, offering blessings, or cheering the sad, he was always there when needed. The angel, however, provided aid to sinners and unbelievers as well, an act which was strictly forbidden. Each time he did so, a single white feather would fall away from his glorious wings. One day, the angel came across a young girl with an illness that pained her deeply, but he could do nothing to help the child, for all his feathers had long since fallen off. The angel cursed both himself and the cruelty of the world. The resulting hatred stained his body and his wings, turning them both black as night. Then, crying tears of blood, he brought his hands to the girl's neck. Type 40 Fist. System Yoha. Unit data uploading. Checkout HC. Close IO. Duplicate core. Find Yoha unit. Updating data. Checking data. Purge conversation log. Purge unit data. Purge system data. Exit. I see you in my sleep. Restless sleep. My heart flies to pieces each time I wake. I burn to see you in the real world. I hunt for the woman who pines for you. The scream pleases me. Your body and heart shall be mine. Your heart, I long for it, yet it does not return my loving kind. All you care for is your cold, dead wife. So I must at least take your body. Your head is mine, beautiful head. The eyes that scorns me are so lovely now. Hate me if you like, begrudge me all. You're still mine forever. I take up the sword and battle for you. My heart knows no fear. Instead of burning with a love strong and pure, I swing my sword for you, splattering blood across my sleeve. I smile as the chaos continues. I brandish my sword for you. Victims uncountable, victims beyond measure. Their dying wails becoming the song of my sleep. I cry out, give me your head. I capture you as you flee and take it. I do all this for you. For you. For you. Who are you? I lack parts. I am useless. My existence is unnecessary. I tried so hard, mummy. The sword's blade, dulled by years of idleness, was, as its name implied, a mere iron hunk. Its blood-drenched youth was little more than a series of rusted memories which grated against its pockmarked steel. Who could wield this hunk of iron now that its edge was gone? Who might love it when all it could do was bash dully against a foe instead of cutting through the flesh and bone? Who would devote themselves to such insanity? The sword sighed softly, pleased to finally be at rest. But before it could peacefully crumble into dust, a group of power-hungry fools took it up and denied its reverie. Red rust was the weapon's tears. The blood, fat, and muscle it tore through was proof of its curse. Now let it hew bone once more, let it ravage flesh, let it do all this and more as atonement for its sins. I read that one. Sword was red. This is the eldest princess. Okay. Phoenix sword. One day, a hawk lost its way in the woods. His proud wings soon grew weak, as it tried in vain to find its way home. As death approached, a songbird took pity on the hawk and did its best to offer aid. The songbird slowly nursed the hawk back to health. The beautiful sight of the small white bird nestled in the elegant wings of the hawk soon made it the envy of all the creatures in the forest. When the hawk was fully healed, it knew it was time to leave the forest. But before flying away, it promised the songbird it would one day return. In turn, the songbird gave the hawk one of its shining feathers as a token of friendship. As promised, the hawk eventually returned, but with a human in tow. Well done, said the human. These feathers will sell for a great price at the market. Then he slew the songbird in one blow and plucked the carcass clean. Development Journal 0504 Takada. I've come up with an incredible idea, something no one has ever done before. I'm going to start testing it out first thing in the morning. Development Journal 0704 Takada. The boss turned down my idea of infusing metallic alloys with magical elements. Thrice damned fool, doesn't he see how much money we could make from this? Development Journal 1201 Takada. Things aren't going well, my hair is falling out, I think it's the stress. I've got to find a way to make this project succeed, and soon. Development Journal 1215 Fujita. I looked over the data, but couldn't work out the problem. I'm not giving up though. With Takara dead, it's up to me. I'm the only one who can carry out his work. The great sword was known for the intense pain it inflicted upon its victims. This is what drove the man to carry it despite its weight, for he knew it would make others fear him, and thus could he avoid needless conflict. The man's reputation spread through the village despite never having drawn the blade. Don't make him use that horrid weapon, the villagers whispered. The man smiled at this, for he knew the fear was the best path to peace. Soon the man had craftsmen forge a host of similar weapons. He gave them to all the other villagers in the hope it would force people to solve conflicts with words instead of violence. And his plan worked, for a while. Keeping all sides in check is simple when no one uses their power, but once the seal is broken, the end is nigh. Thus did the peaceful village transform itself into a living hell over the space of a single night. Okay. I'll never forget the time we met. I knew ours was a love that would last for eternity. But even when by his side, his feelings were a mystery. It was painful not to know what he was thinking. So painful. When I was close, I heard him. Yet being distant, hurt him more. I finally found my place in life. A place where I am as close as possible, yet eternally distant. Oh, stupid axe! I hate you, axe! Phoenix Lance. Legends tell of a mighty warrior who had no equal in battle. Granted immortality by a phoenix, he wandered from war to war, forever searching for ways to prove his strength. Eventually, the man's immortal body proved too much for his spirit, and he ran himself through with his own spear again and again. But each time he did, the wound closed over itself, leaving not even a scar. He leapt from cliffs, threw himself into raging seas, and lit himself on flame, but nothing worked. Then, one day, he slipped mercifully into unconsciousness, and awoke centuries later to find a songbird on his chest. "You have atoned for your sins," said the bird. "If you wish me to free you from your solitary existence, I will gladly do so." The man wept tears of joy and whispered thanks to the gods before suddenly stomping the bird to death. The fuck is up with this story? Thanks to the gods before stomping the bird to death. Autistic. Once upon a time, 3 princesses. The youngest princess was widely regarded as the ugliest woman in all the land, but her heart was gentle, honest, and pure. Hoping to aid others in need, the youngest princess would travel to the fields to offer her succor to peasants, but they would reject her kindness with cruel words. The youngest princess knew her looks were driving people away, yet she kept donating her life to the service of others, figuring that her fault lied in her own lack of devotion. Day after day, this continued for years without end. The youngest princess died alone, curled in the back of a damp, wet alley. She was so ugly that no one had the courage to give her a proper burial. Instead, she rotted where she lay, turning even uglier until she faded into the earth. I dream about the day we met. Did I read that one? I don't know. I had a dream. A dream about the day we met. He was small, he was insignificant, he was weak. Yet he hated the world just as I did. I decided to aid him, and he did the same for me. Thus was our friendship born. It wasn't perfect, of course. Mistakes were made along the way. Still, we remain friends. The blue wind that caresses these grasslands has a pleasing scent. I bring my cheek to his, and he twitches, almost as if I tickled. Then I spread my wings and let him ride me into the skies above. In a distant kingdom there lived 2 princes. The son of the queen consort was clever and of mind but weak of flesh. The son of the king's second wife was dim-witted, yet charming and quite gifted in the art of war. Which prince succeeded at the throne? When news came down that the king had died in battle, the 2 men each declared themselves the next true king, rallying the people to take the side of one or the other. In the midst of this coronation battle, a 3rd man appeared claiming to be a prince. Bright, capable, and brave, he dispatched the 2 foolish brothers and went on to become a wise and just king beloved by all. Decades later, the king announced on his deathbed that he wasn't royalty at all, but in fact was the son of a commoner. Upon hearing this revelation, the people stormed the castle and hung their beloved ruler from the rafters. Hi guys, it's me, 42S, your favorite Rojo Squadron idol from North 12th Sea Defense HQ. I'm here with the latest hot scoops from the front line, so let's get out there and do our best, alright? Go team! Hey ho, battlefield buddies, I'm not gonna lie here. The current war situation isn't looking too optimistic, but we are expecting reinforcements from our orbiting satellite bases any moment, so don't give up yet. Glory to mankind. Mayday! This is Publicity Agent 42S from North 12th Sea Defense HQ. Is anyone listening? Our facility has been completely surrounded by machines. I don't know how much longer we can hold. No broadcast from this channel. Okay, machine spear. My name is Plato 1728. I am a failure of a machine. I was designed for combat, but I cannot use weapons. Everyone makes fun of me, and my life is horrible. I am a dumb machine. I got lost during battle and ended up in some kind of factory. I found a whole pile of dolls discarded there. They share the same fate I do. I am a foolish machine. Today I had to fight at that factory. All of the dolls got completely destroyed, crushed by my friends and foes, who can do nothing but fight. I activated my cannon and shot everyone there. I'm not sure why I did that. All I know is I decided to fight, because I'm just a stupid, broken machine. Okay. But about fishing encyclopedia, horseshoe crab, an arthropod that lives in shallow waters. Their shells are used by some female androids to cover their chests in a sort of fashion statement. A storage container for fuel used by the resistance. These cylinders are highly explosive, so improperly disposing of them is strictly forbidden. A code engraved on the bottom of the cylinder allows it to be tracked to the owner, who is then promptly punished by Yoha. A tire from a resistance vehicle. Ships carrying cargo are often sunk, so the seafloor is littered with many such android commodities. A portable anti-machine rocket launcher. This device was created to combat machine life forms and even has considerable effects on Goliath class units. Machine life forms often refer to it as that owie thing. Oh, that owie thing! Pain! That's that. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Leave a like if you did. Subscribe if you'd like to see more. And I hope we get to see you next time. Goodbye.